For all of us at NBC News, thank you for watching and good night.
This lineup is brought to you by AutoSpot, Guam's fastest growing dealership with in-house financing. You'll be amazed what we can do. Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dedito. Always open, always local.
The community comes out opposing Bill 70 during a town hall meeting.
A morning attack on the Dep Corps officer is under investigation.
Another victim of clergy sex abuse files suit, bringing the total to 59.
Hafaday and good evening.
Overwhelming feedback against Bill 70. Here's more on the fireworks that sparked a surprising decision by lawmakers to withdraw the bill Tuesday evening.
It was very, very emotional.
Jigo Mayor Rudy Metanani said tensions ran high at a town hall meeting Tuesday as senators discussed Bill 70, the proposed legislation to turn Simon Sanchez High School into a charter school. Hundreds of students, parents, and teachers came out to make their voices heard.
We all clearly don't want a charter school. If you can just listen to our voices and just accept it.
All I gotta ask you guys is, why didn't you ask us first? Or why didn't you ask anyone here before you guys came over to the fence?
JFK went through the same exact thing, but they got rebuilt. What about us?
You senators have an obligation to these students, to these parents who are stakeholders. Do your damn job.
More than 60% of the students already said no. 60% of the teachers already said no, so right now it's up to the parents. And I would just like to say that I do oppose this law, and I would like to thank you for coming out tonight, for being able to sit there and take all this from all of the students and the parents. But this is shark territory, and you're considered shark bait.
After hearing overwhelming opposition to the bill, Senators Joe San Agustin, Fernando Esteves, and Dennis Rodriguez made this shocking announcement.
What our true intent was to really be able to help and make it right for the students. We hear you tonight, and so we're going to pull the bill back.
However, Rodriguez said he'll continue to look for ways to rebuild the school, despite the flawed procurement process.
A lot of people make excuses, so many excuses not to do something. But if you really want to do it, you really want to do it, you will find a way.
So let's get with it, senators, leaders of this island. You know, the kids in Jigo need to rebuild Simon Sanchez, so we're asking for your support.
There's been another attack at the local prison. KUAM News confirms that a Department of Corrections officer was attacked inside the Manila facility this morning. Sources say the incident happened just after 10 a.m. at the Post 2 unit. That unit handles receiving and discharging of inmates. We've since learned Dep Corps officers were called to a disturbance at the unit, which quickly escalated with the officer then needing help. Further details of the attack remain unclear. However, sources confirm the officer is being treated for unknown injuries. The inmate's name has not yet been released, and the incident is now under investigation.
More on that man who kept police at bay for 5 hours over the weekend. Court documents name Vincent Cruz, who also goes by Ben, as the driver of the getaway car in last month's armed robbery at the Dairy Mart in Mangilao. Cruz is set to return to court for a preliminary hearing on May 12th. He faces a slew of charges, including attempted murder and home invasion, for Sunday's shootout with police that led to a hostage situation in Dedido. You can watch KUAM's full interview right now with two of the hostages on our YouTube page.
A woman who left two baby girls in a car so she could go shopping will likely be in the hot seat herself.
As Crystal Paco reports, the woman was taken in for questioning and the case now forwarded to the Attorney General's office for review.
The recorded temperature that afternoon was 84 plus. And according to the National Weather Service, the heat in an idle car on an asphalt parking lot would have been in the mid-90s. That was the situation for two baby girls, ages 1 and 2, who were left unattended in a RAV4 parked at the Micronesia Mall last Friday. Already we've heard from their heroes, teens Derek Atten and Niall Atten, who spotted the girls and alerted authorities. But whatever happened to the woman who left the girls to go shopping? According to Guam Police Department spokesperson Captain Kim Santos, the family are foreign nationals, aka tourists. While no arrests were made, the woman was taken in for questioning at the Dedido Precinct Command, and the case was forwarded to the Guam Police Department. The two girls, meanwhile, were treated at the Guam Memorial Hospital and held for 24-hour observation. No updates were provided on their condition. As reported, the two teen boys were participating in a wave along the intersection that afternoon. That's when they saw two baby girls strapped into car seats. One was sleeping and the other crying and trying to break free. Both girls were sweating profusely. It wasn't until the Guam Fire Department gained entry to the vehicle and removed the girls from the hot car did a woman who appeared to be the girls' mother appear, along with an older woman. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Now to an example of the community coming to the rescue. A pair of 20-year-olds were stopped dead in their tracks after trying to steal a man's car outside of the Mighty Game Room just after midnight last night. The victim ran inside the game room for help. Patrons inside ran out and grabbed the suspect in the driver's seat out of the car. Police arrested Casey Cassine and Dion Lucci for robbery, among many other charges. Cassine is being held on $10,000 cash bail, while Lucci's bail is set at $7,000.
Another lawsuit against the Archdiocese of Agana and the Boy Scouts of America. 57-year-old JQ alleges he was sexually molested by Father Louis Brillard in the early 1970s. Similar to other accounts of abuse from the priest, JQ states that on trips to the Lontif River for swimming lessons, Brillard instructed the boys to swim naked and grope them in the water. JQ is suing for $10 million. He's represented by attorney David Lujan. His filing marks the 59th lawsuit to date.
We can expect to see the Chancery and the Redemptorist Mater Seminary among the Archdiocese of Agana's assets up for sale. Co-adjutor Archbishop Michael Burns confirming on Tuesday that the Archdiocese is liquidating assets in light of the dozens of clergy sex abuse lawsuits that have been since filed against the church.
Yeah, so we're looking at assets that do not, right now, we're looking at assets that do not touch parish buildings or school buildings. We're looking at those assets that are most easily liquidated. So that's about all I can say about it right now. So, because we're still in the process of evaluating specific assets that could be sold.
While it has yet to be formally appraised, KUAM News files show the RMS Doña property is estimated to value up to $75 million. As reported, the nonprofit Hope and Healing Guam will address all clergy sex abuse claims and oversee the settlement fund. Seed money for the fund is set at $1 million.
A man busted with large amounts of methamphetamine will be spending close to 5 years behind bars. Drug dealer Kramer Shano was sentenced in federal court this week. Last year, law enforcement were tipped off that Shano was holding the drugs in a hotel room. A search was executed uncovering 122 grams of methamphetamine with a 99% purity level and $7,200 in cash.
University of Guam professor Dr. Michael Ellard pleaded not guilty again. Wednesday's arraignment is a result of defense's earlier motion to dismiss the indictments against Ellard on grounds that the government failed to present exculpatory evidence to the grand jury. The Attorney General's office took note and presented the evidence, which resulted in a superseding indictment. Ellard stands accused of sexually assaulting 3 females at a Halloween party at his house in 2014. A return date is set for May 9th.
The young couple charged with the death of their 3-month-old baby boy will enter plea agreements with the government. Victoria Xiaotong and Sean Cruz appeared in court on Wednesday, where parties advised the court that a deal has been reached for both the mother and father. In 2014, the couple allegedly forgot to take their son out of the car. He died shortly after they realized he was still in the vehicle. A change of plea hearing is set for June 9.
It sparked controversy in recent weeks as lawmakers signed a resolution to cease explosives trainings in Guam's lands and waters after the announcement of a training event in Apple Harbor. In response, Rear Admiral Shoshana Chatfield met with senators today and spoke with Island Media.
We've done training like that here on Guam 22 times in the last 3 years, and we've had no adverse effects. The EOD technicians tell me that there's barely a ripple on the surface of the water. Still, safety of human life, marine life, and environmental concerns are at the forefront every single time we train.
The training is for the Navy's EOD Mobile Unit 5, which responded to unexploded ordnances in Guam over 150 times last year. She said the training happens not only in Guam, but Hawaii, San Diego, and throughout the U.S.
Senators were really attentive to our briefing today, and they really conveyed that they understood the importance of the training and the national security implications.
She adds community comments are welcome and can be sent to the Joint Region Marianas. The training is set for May 18th. Well, stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Have you gotten paid yet? That's the premium automatic insurance deduction plan from Calvo's Insurance. Paid simplifies your home and auto insurance. No down payment. No more long lines. And you can stretch your payments up to 12 months. Paid is convenient. It deducts from your payroll, your checking account, or your credit card. With Paid, you get up to 65% off your car insurance and enjoy lifestyle club discounts. Life can be easier when you get paid.
Call Calvo's Insurance today and save on your home and auto insurance.
Find your reason to celebrate at IT&E. Pick up the new Samsung Galaxy S8 and get double data.
There's no place on Guam like Chuck E. Cheese's. It's tons of fun with so many games, and parties are a blast, where everyone has fun. Come and party at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam. Call and book your party today.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adahi Itanu program to generously supporting our local charities, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Kidzas Ma'asi, Matson.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Welcome back. A second airline in as many weeks is pulling out of the Guam market. Hong Kong-based low-cost carrier HK Express announced it is suspending service starting next month, joining Taiwan's EVA Air.
Nestor Lacanto reports on the implications for the local tourism industry.
HK Express only began flying between Hong Kong and Guam in December, and the news of the pullout is a disappointment to Guam Visitors Bureau President Nate DeKnight.
I just met with them and executives in April, and the performance of the flight and the demand is good. I think they were having some challenges with their yield. On average, Hong Kong's at 8,000 or 9,000 arrival market. We were projecting to get closer to 20,000 double. So definitely with their flights pulling out, that'll hurt that number.
DeKnight says don't read too much into the pullout of the two airlines because each individual case has different circumstances. He says Eva Air had a management turnover and was weighing an increased and more favorable daytime schedule by competitor China Air. But there is a larger issue looming. A lack of hotel rooms could be the biggest limiting cause facing the industry.
We broke 1.5 million visitors last year, and now we're seeing growth this year, getting close to 1.6. We're kind of getting towards the cap of what we can handle as far as accommodation. So tourism is a supply business. So as we get more airline supply, we need the matching room inventory, right, to keep up with those additional seats. And that's something we've been hearing a lot, especially in the more developing markets that don't have the room blockages, is challenges with them getting accommodations at a good price.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Thanks, Nestor. 69% of those who responded to the Guam Chamber of Commerce survey on the military buildup said they supported it even more, or 89% responded they felt it would increase jobs and local tax revenue. 500 random phone surveys were completed. According to the Chamber, the results were similar to the surveys conducted in 2007 and 2009. You can read the findings on our website.
There's a big shortfall, and the government continues to do a bad job when hiring companies to maintain the Guam Veterans Cemetery in Pidi. That's part of the testimony expressed during a public hearing on a measure that would allow the Guam Veterans Affairs Office to outsource the maintenance and upkeep of the hallowed grounds. Bill 43 was introduced by Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. Agency Administrator Jose San Agustin says change is needed, as outsourcing services a cheap fashion has led to cheap results.
I ask and seek for your support that this legislative body be able to infuse additional funding to the Guam Veterans Affairs Office to support this bill so that we could honor those that have served.
San Agustin also raised the long-standing issue of headstones sinking into the ground and in some cases not being properly aligned with the veterans' final resting place.
Don't be alarmed. The Guam International Airport putting its emergency response to the test today. Emergency responders in this scenario tested how they move in on a call involving an emergency aircraft on the runway. The scenario includes a B-737 inbound Gypsy airline plane who was reported just off the airport runway in a grassy area near the air cargo building. A total of 100 people had been on board, and officials say at least 38 of them were taken to the hospital to be treated for injuries. Again, this is all part of the airport's triennial exercise.
This event allowed us to ensure that, we test all our plans, ensure that our emergency responders, responded correctly and in the fashion that they're trained to do, and more importantly, are able to collaborate with external stakeholders that responded to the airport as well.
More than 500 people took part in the triennial event. The airport worked alongside Guam Police, Guam Fire, and other emergency responders during the exercise.
Well, just in time for the beginning of the Guam Micronesia Island Fair, traditional sailors aboard the Sacman Chamorro finished a historic voyage to Saipan and Rota, the first voyage of its kind in over 300 years. The Sacman pulled into Paseo Wednesday morning just as GMIF gets underway in the island's capital. Simya Guelo Ugan.
It's incredible, good experience. We had a rough time out there because we had like a 10 to 12 foot wave, strong current. It usually 2 days to get to Saipan, but this time it took us like 5 days. So it was a very long trip.
The Sacman visited both Saipan and Rota. Senor Ugan said his organization, Traditions Affirming Our Seafaring Ancestry, will have a booth at GMIF, which kicks off at Paseo tonight and extends throughout the weekend.
Coming up in sports, Chris has the latest in local basketball action and results from high school paddling, but first, here's weather.
How can a modern family save money when companies ding you with surprise charges? I mean, seriously, data caps on home internet? I hate to be the bad guy here, but somebody has to keep us from busting our monthly data limit. Sorry, honey, we're out of data. But I'll tell you the ending. Glenda. My family just wants to enjoy the internet on their schedules. Why does this have to be such a hassle?
Really, Mom? It's an online class. I need the internet to graduate.
Then go to the library. They have free internet, right?
This is so unfair.
My thoughts exactly.
Just a few more minutes, please.
I really don't want to nag, but money doesn't grow on... There's got to be a better way.
Free yourself. Switch to GTA Home Internet today. Truly unlimited with no data caps or additional usage fees.
How much do you pay for your unlimited mobile plan? Too much! Switch today to Value Mobile at $24.99 a month. It's the lowest priced unlimited mobile plan on Guam. Yes, $24.99. Value Mobile by iConnect gives you unlimited data, local calls, and local text, and a free phone, all with no contract. Value Mobile by iConnect, the lowest priced unlimited mobile plan at only $24.99 a month. Visit an iConnect store or ValueMobileGuam.com. Find us on Facebook. Conditions apply.
GU Self-Storage, Guam's newest and largest storage facility with the island's largest variety of storage unit sizes to meet customer demands. Our facility applies the most advanced access and security surveillance system, including the state-of-the-art Easy Code phone app. Keep what's important to you safe and secure with fully covered loading and unloading area in a fully climate-controlled facility. We offer professional packing, pickup, and delivery of your storage items and complimentary use of hand truck, appliance dollies, and pallet jacks, and offer ADA accessible units. For our customer convenience, we offer access to our on-site business center, conference room, and mail hub services. Call our friendly and professional management team at 648-7867 to learn more about our flexible month-to-month lease options with best rates starting as low as $50. GU Self-Storage, located next to McDonald's in Harmon, the old GPA building.
People are talking about the new Buick. With 4 fresh new models to choose from. And what are they saying?
Your new Buick is so cute.
Love the new Buick. Does it do it?
Sweet Buick.
Experience the new Buick.
Get 16% below MSRP on select 2017 Buick SUVs in stock. That's over $4,400 on this Encore. Visit AutoSpot Buick today.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Off today, Guam, Chris Barnett with sports, proudly brought to you by Triple J. And tonight we kick off the show with a battle of the birds. You ever wonder what would happen if a chicken went up against a phoenix? Well, it happened. GBA action right now. Auto Spot Phoenix meeting up with the KFC Bombers last night at the GBA. Tony Moses, 3-piece for KFC. Phoenix with the answer. Julius Yu from long range, 16 in the game for you, not you, for him. Moses with the pass to Raheem Trahan, stop and pop, pull up Jay Sparky. Little pose at the end too. Trahan put up 30 big points for the Colonel. Missed a 3-point try by Auto Spot. The rebound by Legend Glover. Long pass up court to Tony Moses, who misses on the layup attempt. But Christian Torres with some hustle points gets the putback to go for 2. Bombers led by 50 at the half. 76-26. Ouch. Sevi Siswiko with the finish at the rim for the Phoenix squad. KFC Bombers win big. I'm talking big like big bucket of chicken. 134-70, Legend Glover led all scorers in the win with 31 points. Sevi Siswiko finishing with a team-high 26 in his team's losing effort. On the later game, it was the Tooth Fairies beating out MacTech Nerds. 97-91, Irvose 32 points, hitting 8 3-pointers in the win, and Jonathan Triplett had 25 in the loss. High school paddling from Matapang Beach. Top 4 finishers from each division. 500-meter overall race winners as follows. Guam High Panthers, 232.6. JFK Islanders, 235.8. Sanchez Sharks, 237.7. And the Geckos, 241.5. On the 1,000-meter, JFK first. Guam High Panthers second. FD Friars third. Ukadu Bulldogs fourth. Races continue this Saturday at Matapang Beach with the 500-meter sprint races. Bodybuilding news from the Stingray Classic held in Hawaii. Art Certeza placing second in the Classic Physique division, which was a stacked class. Evelyn Beckwith won the Women's Masters Bikini overall title. She's also competed and won locally in shows. Other competitors who represented Guam at the show in the 808 were Nikki Taimanglo and Tony Souza. Frank Cota competed in the Jay Cutler Classic held in Boston, finishing first in both the open and novice men's physique division. The team was coached by local bodybuilder Kevin Leon Guerrero. Community Corporation President Dave Tadenko presented a donation of $2,500 to the nonprofit organization ACAS over at the Tamuning Gym. Community Corp, a nonprofit organization committed to helping Guam communities through various charitable programs to meet its mission through grant funding. Funds donated were from the Mega Bingo. ACAS volunteer coaches and participants were present to receive the grant by Tadenko that will be applied towards equipment purchases for their youth basketball program. All right, hey, I'm going to go put on my Sunday and go check out the opening ceremonies, Guam Micronesia Island Fair, the Chamorro Village. Till then, my name's Chris. You keep on shining, Guam. Adios!
Take on the unseen with a car that checks your blind spots. The Nissan Maxima, Altima, and Sentra.
Being single isn't too complicated. As a matter of fact, it gives me a lot of freedom. The freedom to enjoy my own space. To figure out life's little recipes. To be in touch with my feelings. To talk to anyone whenever I want to. Or to keep still whenever I need to. It's all of these things that make my life so simple. Maybe someday I'll find someone to be with. But for now, I'm just glad I get to find me.
Introducing McDonald's new signature crafted recipes, like the sweet barbecue bacon sandwich, tangy barbecue sauce made with sweet onions, thick cut applewood smoked bacon, and topped with crispy golden onions, on chicken or seared beef. Introducing McDonald's new signature crafted recipes, like the maple bacon Dijon burger, applewood smoked bacon with sweet maple seasoning, grilled onions, and a creamy Dijon sauce with a hint of honey, on chicken or seared beef.
Meet Hoist Gracie. 7th degree black belt, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, mixed martial artist legend, and all-around tough guy. Some things in life just aren't as tough as Hoist. For Hoist, only things built for the big boys will do.
Yes, hi. I'm looking for a big boy truck. I'm ready for one.
Most things in life aren't quite built tough enough. Except for this. America's best-selling truck for 40 years straight. When you're ready for a big boy truck, Triple J Ford is the place.
You need to get a big boy truck.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Happy first birthday to Mommy and Daddy's little Isaiah Akbaji.
Happy birthday to Bella Faith Perez. Happy 8th birthday. We love you from Daddy, Mommy, and Naomi Grace.
Mariah Chanel Cruz, happy 19th birthday to this beautiful, loving, and most caring lady right there. From the entire Tenorio and Meno family, we love you.
Happy birthday, Kobe Martinez. Happy 15th birthday, love, Mom, Dad, and the family.
Happy birthday, Dad. Papa Tony coming from the family.
Happy birthday, Alfred John Epatang. Happy 18th birthday, wishing you many more blessings and happiness from Mom, Dad, and siblings.
Kaveh Barcinas Kanata, happy 3rd birthday from your loving family. Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include your photo, your birthday, and of course your name. And a quick 9th birthday shout out to Taina May. Again, happy birthday going out to you again. And a quick thank you to Mama Ree's Sweet Treats, who gave us some doggle cake to try tonight to
let's
wish
try it
everyone
out.
else a happy birthday. So cheers.
Cheers.
As we try this out, and good night, everyone.
Night.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.